Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, and our colonists are celebrating in the hallway. I guess the hallway is considered part of this garden. They're celebrating Ayaka's marriage to Tony. And I just popped over here because we had a combat trader. We picked up the focus arm. Um, I we have a mod like alpha something, one of Sarge's mods that adds additional traits, and so I hadn't seen one of these traits before. Um, I don't know if I've seen either of these traits before. This weapon fires pointed, spin stabilized steel projectiles, which is kind of funny because it fires lasers. But those lasers now have extra armor penetration. And sharpshooter's focus, this weapon is so easy to handle and wield that it'll increase the wielder's shooting skill just by having it equipped. Shooting skill +4. I think we're gonna give that to Lucien. What does Lucien have right now? He has the pride of something, the pride of Omira. What does that give? Insectoid Slayer. This gun is especially damaging to insectoids. This weapon generates ultra-heated gases that can be released in the form of an explosion. That's our extra gizmo button right here. And frequency amplifier. Actually, the range and damage. You know what? You're gonna keep that weapon. Who could be really devastating? One of these guys could be. Let's take a look. So damage wise, you got a masterwork minigun, and it's 12 damage, stopping power, fire rate 200 RPM. I think that might be part of the gear that she's wearing, right? So where'd that gun go? Can you guys move out of the way for a second? There it is. Okay, so 12 damage, range 30, burst shot count 8. 12 and 8. And so this one's 5, burst shot count 30, range 22. Let's try it out on go. Let's go ahead and equip that. And so once these guys all have the nice little mood buff from their little party, what we're going to do is we're going to send the Crucible team down at just kind of like the clear squad in the shuttle. We're not going to send the whole Crucible team. Mila is pregnant. Christina and Hilda are still high mates, so they're not going to do any violence. Lucien, we can keep here. He's fine. Nietzsche, I do want you to change your style just so I have clear view of what's going on with the cruise. And we have a social fight. Tony, it's your wedding day. It's your wedding day. Parser called Tony a robber. This drove Tony into a rage. Oh my gosh. Parser, what is your deal? You're single on a wedding day, picked a fight with one of the brides. Not a good look, my dude. Not a good look. And then once we have secured the area, the Crucible team will clear areas for ships to land. We'll land our ships down there. If we're going to be landing our ships down there, I said that I wanted to make sure that we have the equipment that we need. So instead of trying to remember what I've done with like policies on storage containers and whatnot, we're going to move this storage container out. Let's grab a storage container that's holding plasteel. We'll move it in. We'll grab a storage container that's holding steel. We'll move it in. And we'll grab our shelf full of components just in case we need those. It doesn't really matter where it goes because we will drop it back off at the station once we're done. So we have advanced components. We have steel. We have plasteel. Maybe we bring some uranium and gold. We'll just quickly build a couple crates. Where do I have some small crates? Right there. We're at uranium, gold, and silver. Uranium. Oh, actually, I don't want to build those out of wood. We don't have very much because we're turning it all into chem fuel. Storage. Little crate. I guess we could do a couple skips. We don't have skips anywhere else, so they'll be easy to find and just deconstruct. Okay, so you are going to be critical for uranium. You will be critical for silver. And I don't even know if we need to bring our own materials. I just want to make sure that if we do need our own materials, we have our own material. So that should be good. If we close that, let's take a look at raw resources. I don't think we'll need grav light panels or anything else. Okay, I think that gets our bases covered. So once the ship's loaded, once people recover from their wedding injuries, we'll be all set. Well, they've decided to do a ritual, which is great because it reminds me that we can reform our ideologian. So I've thought about this a little bit. I kind of like this. This is from the Altered Carbon mod. We are the beginning and the end. For we are beyond death. We shall live forever from now on to the death of the universe. And we've all gotten stacked up. So that's great. This also unlocks superchargers and sleep accelerators for us. Body modder is a complementing trait. And there doesn't seem like too much impact, but it does seem like potentially free mood bonus since we're all neuro stacked. Confirm. Let's hit next. Okay, very fast blunt, diversity, organ harvest, duplicating, don't care, and what is enlightening? To make more versions of oneself means to allow for one's goals. It's a noble thing to do. Enlighten duplicate, enlighten original has a copy +5. It doesn't say that there's going to be any downsides, but don't care means nothing. Let's go ahead because we are going to start building an army potentially. We kind of already have an army. Anything else? Eating nutrient paste indifferent. Corpses don't care. Stacking preferred. Central. Okay, neural stack installed +2, Architect stack +5, no stack, and then if we make it central, it's +4 and +8, perfect. I think all that's fine. Do we want to add any roles? Animal, mining, plant specialist? No, I think we're good there. I do want to change the rituals, so I think they can be the same still. I just want to change the reward. It used to be random recruit, or it's currently random recruit. Now, what do we want? Mental tuning, 50%. Chance to remove a trait considered bad in your ideologian or add what is considered good. So like body purist would be removed, and body modder could be added. They're all modified. They all have at least one bionic or architect arm or leg. Arm and leg, actually. So that's good. They all have stacks, and we can throw more things in there. Mental tuning. I like the sound of that. Edit. Do I want these? No. We're going to do dance parties. We have the power. We are like all tuned up on our power, so we can do speakers and all that other fun stuff. So I'm going to add dance parties. We're going to add mental tuning as the reward, and I don't think it's going to be on a date anymore. We'll just like let them have their dance parties whenever they have. Actually, no, I think a dance party like once a month is good. We don't need mummification. Dance party. Any other rituals that seem interesting? Nutrient paste, gladiator duel, dance party, cure disease ritual, blast off funeral. We'll do cremation funerals. We'll just have to remember, remove stacks from people, have the funeral, and then install the thing. Let me tweak all these. And then maybe we'll just add a dance party that they can do whenever it's off cooldown. Okay, we've named all the things. Conclavian, something. Advent, Solstice, Autumn, Dawn, and Jubilee. The Jubilee can happen whenever. It gives a random buff per pawn, which I'm curious what that'll end up doing. The Advent is our mental tuning. Solstice invites a trader. Autumn also does the same, and then bountiful harvest on our dawn. And I think we are done there. We'll confirm. Oh, I wanted to add not a ritual spot. I wanted to add ritual furniture. We could get an altar in here, but I guess that's fine as is. We don't need to be paused. You guys can go continue loading the ship, but we'll throw this guy down and some speakers down. Okay, and then let's move you more central to the room as well. I think we'll get a platform eventually. We'll throw it right here, and then move these down just a little bit. Do I want to put some kneel sheets down? We don't really have much cloth. We are growing cloth. It is kind of like barren in this room. So just a little bit more decor. Oh, wait, why is that so strange? Oh, it's because it's this one that needs to be moved, not the other one. There we go. And then this is awkward because of that toy, so we'll move it. Okay, we are growing cotton. Yeah, just a small amount, so we'll get that sorted. Maybe we'll grow some more since we're building some couches as well. We are having our first dance party, and this is the random one, so they'll just do this one on cooldown. This one will apply a buff, so I'm curious to see what that might be if the dance party ends up being good enough. Okay, go frenzies. Nice. Go frenzies on a lot of folks. Okay, it is the middle of the night. We'll let them get some sleep. It looks like the Solarian is loaded up. So let's go ahead and... I don't know if we're going to need lifters and miners, but we'll get the lifters and miners that are typically assigned to the Solarian loaded on the ship. We'll bring them with us. If anything, they can provide maybe some buffer. And then our clearing crew will take off in the morning. They are up, they are recreating. Hopefully they've had breakfast. I have commanded them to get into the shuttle as soon as they're done recreating, so hopefully they'll be good on Joy. And our latest contraption down here, Ally Fusion Machine, and the last bit of research that we're actually able to like manually research. The Alloy Fusion Machine uses dense metals together using huge amounts of power to create advanced metal alloys such as hyperalloy. I don't know what we use hyperalloy for. Can we use it for like construction? Hyperalloy. Okay, that's wild. It takes uranium, gold, and some other things. So we'll make a little bit of that. We have turned our antimatter composite machines off and the particle accelerators off for now because I think we're all right. We'll get like a small stockpile of this. How much power are you using? Oh wow, only 100 watts. That's crazy. Okay. So it took quite a bit of material and it pumped us out to hyperalloy. Well, not quite a bit. It requires 4 gold, 3 composite, 2 uranium. Just requires those frequently, I guess. And we are good to go. So let's pop down to the planet view. We are going to choose a landing spot. And there we are. Take us just a little bit to get there. Oh, I wonder if our ships have the range to get there. Something I probably should have checked. Let's turn you on, and then let's view your range. If we go down... Oh, not quite. Not quite. We're going to have to do 2 hops, so let's go ahead and get our hops going. Launch... Oh, I should have taken a look at this first. Right there. Next. And I'm so glad that the crews are color-coded. Okay, Cristobal, and you are the pilot. Zoe, you are our co-pilot. We are not going to load mechs or animals. We will begin. You guys all off the ship. Wait, Mila, you're part of the grav one. Launch confirm. Set that back up again, and we'll head out there, and we're gonna do the same thing with the Athenax. The Solarian is in the air, and these guys are gonna have to do probably like some clearing before the ships land, so it's fine that they're gonna be on cooldown. We aren't expecting them to be part of the initial launch, just to help keep this facility secure while we're there. And we need to pick a spot. Let's, that looks pretty wide open. Where's the door on this facility? Okay, there are doors down there. So if the doors are down there, there's doors up here as well. This is also nice and wide open. Let's land right here. And then we'll clear this side off. I don't see any hostiles, so I think we're all fine. What do we want? We want maybe that and that. Let's go ahead and scavenge. And then do a similar selection for those and the smaller one. Okay, scavenge. Guess you guys get to work. Oh, generating map. This is our other ship that's landing shortly after. Just a clear spot towards the middle of the map is good. Thank you very much. And their cooldown should only be a few hours, like 8 hours max, unless something terrible happens, right? 7 hours, perfect. Okay, you guys are free to go. Start clearing all that material. And then back up here, we will turn this ship on, and we will get the Athenax on the same tile as the Solarian. And the Athenax is launching. We'll go ahead and go. And it's been a little while, at least for me, since we've launched any ships. So it looks pretty strange to see the space station without anything going on up there. While you guys are down here, are there any interesting ores? There's uranium. So mechs, I guess you guys can do the thing. And I guess we'll pick up any components we can as well. Clearing through, you guys are doing an all right job. We might want to deconstruct some of those things as well, but we'll land both ships on this side. We want to land both ships on the same side. I think that'll be fine. It'll give us a singular fallback position if we need to retreat. And the Athenax has arrived. Check its cooldown. Hopefully it is also about like 7 hours. 7 hours, that's great. So we have a couple astrofuel optimizers, a couple pilots, sub-persona cores in each of the ships, and we have really, really great pilots. Oh, they started hauling and they wandered into the ship, which kind of freaked me out. I guess there are some things in the ship. The ship is very annoying to walk through because all the junk in it. So let's scavenge all that up as well, so that the hallways are nice and clear. And let's check on the Solarian, because if they're ready to launch, we're ready to get them there apparently. Activate. We're good to go. So we'll hit launch right there. Confirm. No one with red on. You guys are good to go. Zoe. And then we will board the mechs. We will join them shortly. We'll send all of these guys home except for Tony and Holly. They're pretty good, actually. These three are artificers or artisans. We'll send you guys back home so you guys can get in the shuttle. Oh, and before you get in the shuttle, well, we're about to have nutrient-based meals here, so that'll be fine. Okay, so you three are here. The rest of you, a couple of you still working on getting there. Are you sure you want to launch? I am sure. We'll be bringing another ship pretty soon as well. Okay, so back here, Hannah is arriving, and then we will launch this guy. I don't know if we can get, I don't think we can get to the space station in one hop, but it's easier to hop the shuttle since we don't have to generate a tile. So let's pop in right there. Currently, but need for, oh, that's fine. That's fine. We did this before. We went to the North Pole last time. I just forgot to get chem fuel for it, but we should be all set. It's really funny seeing all the air traffic happening. I think this is going to be our landing zone. I kept seeing this chem fuel and thinking that it was like a red tile, but we have an entrance to the ship that's pretty close to the entrance to the ship. Our engines are clear for takeoff, and then we'll do the next ship down here because they can enter from down that way. So let's go ahead and confirm our landing zone, and then we'll crack this guy open and see what's in there. Actually, we'll get that Athenax over here and landed, and then we'll start this guy open. What is this? Huge piles of gold? Okay. Let's get all that stuff. And then, do we see like components or anything? No, but we'll take a look later. And the Athenax has arrived. I just want to double check. So we have good power production, right? On you, we are at excess 1000. On you, we are at excess, sorry, 1975, 1935. Okay, we're good. Guns are on. I have Doug here, checking out some doors. Actually, there are those doors. And then you guys can make your way the rest of the way home. Okay, their mission accomplished. Actually, let's have you check that out. Check that out. We have another melee person. Matthew, why don't you start? This ancient airlock opened, outside allowed. Oh. You guys are all unrestricted. Okay, Matthew, go ahead and force this open and force that open. Have you come down here as well. Go, why don't you work on these two doors? Marine. Oh, you can just come take a look at these two rooms. Okay. Oh, nice. So even more gold. So maybe we didn't need to bring our resources. Maybe the plan is that they like left a bunch of resources down here. Disabled ancient black box. There's meal kits. There's more of these guys. Do we see anything else? Frozen crypto generator. You just want to get all of this cleared out. So let's scavenge all that stuff. Oh, there we go on some components. Twisted metal. Grav shuttle's ready to launch again. That's fine. Okay. So there's some kind of like generator that we're supposed to power up, right? Is it this guy? Restart the generator. Okay. And then these guys turn on. Bills. Okay, it does take components and gold and stuff. And how much work are in each of these? Details. Work amount 750, 1500, 465, 537. Okay. Oh. Crypto axe. I'm not too worried about the weapon. Let's get some helms. Let's say like 6 of these helms. Let's get some of the heavy armor. We'll say like 6 of those. Let's get maybe the axe. You know what? We'll just crank it up to 10. We'll see how long and how much of this we can do. Crafters, we have 3. We have more. Zoe is also a crafter. Let's put her back here. You are a crafter. Okay, so we have 5 crafters. I think we stick them on separate schedules. So let's do like 6 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I guess your schedule can stay the same. Make those changes. Let's get things moved into the ship. Oh, do I want to move all that stuff into the ship? I don't necessarily want to move everything into the ship. Let's set you for important. Oh, let's take a look. We need gold, plasteel. We need advanced components. Okay, so we'll set gold to important. We'll set plasteel to important. And then we'll set this to important. And we will get just a couple zones down, like right in here. So gold, plasteel, advanced components. Okay. I think I have one of every type. Let's grab that. Let's just grab all of that, and then we'll hit scavenge on everything. Okay. Set these zones up, we'll get this cleared, and then we will kickstart this engine. Well, our caravan's been detected, so raids are going to start arriving. First raid, 3 hours. I think what I want to do is I want to check out this guy. So we have this fading crypto sleep pod. They had talked about like some guy that we might be able to recruit. Go ahead and open that up. I don't think we're gonna have to fight anyone. We can see some of these are empty. Some of them potentially have dead people in them. Okay, you have joined us. Bio, you're decent at crafting. We'll turn all that up on you. Let's go ahead and get you a schedule like we've done for our other crafters. We'll stick that right there. So we have people on shifts. Let's go ahead and restart the generator. Damianis, you're in the room. We've cleared out a lot of flooring. We still have other stuff to do. Our non-crafters can work on that stuff. Crafters? Are you going to be doing the thing? Zoe, looting twisted. Cannot need 100 gold. What are you talking about? We have hundreds of gold. We have 500 right there. Oh, is it? No, prioritize that. Okay, Tony. Bills. Heavy crypto armor. 300 gold. Oh. 300 gold. Bills. Heavy crypto helm. 300 gold. Oh. Okay, we're not gonna make as much of this stuff as I thought. I don't want any axes. How much gold did we bring with us? We can make a couple. We can make a couple items. Let's do 2 of these. Let's do 4 of those. We'll see what we end up with. Mark that down to 3. And then we'll make another one down here. So Tony, missing 100x gold. I don't know what you mean. We have plenty. Is it being halt? Oh, is it because people have like reserved these stacks? Just everyone haul real quick. You joined. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you took off all your equipment. Where did you put all your equipment? I'm gonna have you horsewear that. And we'll find the rest of it and force you to wear it as well. We've had an unplanned raid arrive. It is a small group from the mech hive. Just that one group, so I think we're fine. We can kind of go rush those guys. We are working on the helms. I don't know why we're not working on this guy. Maybe I'll do a little save and reload. We'll see if that helps things along. Thought they were preparing for a while, but they do seem to be coming towards us, so we're gonna back up into our shield. And our ship should help us out with this. I'm not sure why the make crypto heavy armor. Okay, so we are actually out of gold. Yes, let's do 1 helm, 2 helms, and then we'll see if we can make 2 of those guys once we get more of this gold. And why don't you guys back up a little bit more, see if we can bait them out, bait them closer to our guns. Okay. Yeah, those guys are not going to be a problem. Guy's just like hanging way back. He has line of sight on our ship weapon, so that's what he was after, but he couldn't get to it because of our shield. Well, we made our first piece of gear. Zoe's created a heavy crypto helmet legendary. Okay, that is great. And then that completed the quest. This is the only opportunity to craft more legendary crypto gear, provided you have the resources to do so. You can secure the site and send more resources, but once you leave it, you'll never be able to find again. Oh, so we can hang here. We just have to deal with these mechanoids. That is fine, probably. Like, our ships can probably just deal with this, but we'll send like a small squad to respond. Okay, so we can keep making this stuff. Let's take a look at it. It is 200% sharp armor, blunt armor. Oh, that's insane. Okay, so 200% 90. And then if we take a look at your helm gear, and it's all going to be like legendary, right? 169.89. The helms alone. Yeah, I do want to get a piece of the armor created so that we can take a look at that. Okay, these guys coming in. Do we just like secure this site permanently? If we do, we probably need to get power. 255, our ships can power. We just need to build the cabling, right? So if we go power and we just like drag this into their network, then we're fine if this goes down. There are also defense turrets in here. That might put us over, but we can just shut those off. Is there any ore on the map? There's silver. There's uranium. Sorry for like scrolling so quickly away from the combat. I know this is not going to be a problem for us. I'm very curious about the raid that arrives in 2 days, though, because I assume that these waves are generated from having us turn this on, so it's like quest related, where this is going to be Randy deciding what that threat looks like instead of the quest. So we're definitely going to hang out for at least that to arrive, just to see what's up. Okay, I see what is going on here. So, if we go to bills, crypto helm, it says it takes 300. The armor says it takes 600. If we go to, I was looking at 300 here, 1,000. What's going on is I just like can't read or see. How much gold are we getting out of each pile? Let's have you come scavenge that gold and we'll take a look. So right now we have 524 gold. We have another raid coming in. That's fine. Opposite side of our ships. You guys should be fine. You know what? Giuseppe, you're right here. You scavenge the gold. Okay, 150. So how many piles do we have? That'll get us close to 1,000. I'm thinking we just go all in on helms. The helm is crazy. It looks really cool. So yeah, we'll just say do forever. Let's copy that. We'll link it here and we'll link it here and we'll just see how many helms we can get crafted up. Even with like laser weapons, I guess we do have some antimatter weapons. Go, I want to see you fire this sucker. And you're double shielded, so I'm not too worried about you. Oh, it is not firing lasers. Oh no, that is hilarious. Oh, and it's so many shots. Okay, the pikeman. Sorry, I want to take a look at this pikeman's health. Crack, unique beam repeater. Okay. The range sucks. But basically, like, if anything gets close, she'll finish it off. Oh, there is still one guy. One straggler. Okay. That is fine. Okay, we're just gonna crank out helmets, and then I want to see what Randy throws at us. I don't know why it went out to the world map when I clicked on it. That's very strange. Like, we're on the tile. Oh, these mechs are very persistent. Okay, we'll continue to deal with those, and if we end up making all these helms before the raid shows up, then maybe we make all the helms before the raid show up. Mechs, why don't you guys go ahead and get inside? Okay. I let my I was letting them come towards the ship. They decided to bust in, and they breached. So, I don't think we're gonna make it here for 2 days. How many of these have we crafted? 3. We have crafted a few more. I think I need to move one of the ships. So if we do launch Can we launch back just to like reposition the ship? No, we're gonna have to go off tile. Confirm. We'll say it's just gonna be Cristobal and Zoe. Just so that our cooldown doesn't go crazy. Cristobal and Zoe not drafted anymore. Okay, so we'll have one ship on this side, one ship on this side. We're gonna have to clear some of this stuff. You guys need to like back up a little bit maybe. None of them taking injuries, so our shields I think are holding. Put that Tesla gun in there. And then we need to move in these guys. And if we can, we need to wall off this. Okay, so Nietzsche, you work on construction. Okay, you guys are free to go. Nietzsche, finish this off. Hostiles. Oh no, another raid. Okay, everyone but Nietzsche. And folks that are about to like launch the ship. Okay. Oh, we need to force that door open. Oh, Nietzsche, you need to back up. Doug, why don't you work on forcing that door open? Okay. That's fine. Okay, let's get back to the action. Okay, you guys just head right there. Matthew, you can search and destroy, my dude. Okay, I don't think we have time to clear this, so we might just like crash land the Solar over there and deal with the consequences of that later. Doug, why don't you come help? And Nietzsche, you're fine. I got it. Okay, and then back here, you guys can come land the ship in like 7 hours. I'm sure we'll deal with like 15 raids by then. Well, this one's a pretty non-event. They spawned in over here, so we're just letting the ship take care of it. Haven't even drafted anyone. It should be just fine. I think this is probably the safest landing that we can do on this side. Deal with the consequences of that, but we'll be much better defended. Hopefully we won't have to recruit or draft our colonists every single raid that we seem to be having. And looks like minor damage. I don't see any ghosts of blueprints or anything that we need to redo. What is that? Is that like the tile's been destroyed? No. Maybe just some like cleanup or something. Mex, you are unrestricted again. Everyone else, just do what you need to do. Well, the raids just keep coming, and this isn't even like the caravan detected raids, so let's get you guys up here in our shields. One thing that I didn't notice is that some of these guns are active, so they've actually been helping out with the defenses. I have just forced our best crafters just to make helmets. So they're done making helmets. We've made 8. We're making 3 more, and I think with the amount of gold that we have left, we can make 2 more. And that'll be a dozen of these helmets. And not all of them are legendary. So, like that one's normal. That one's masterwork, and the drop-off is pretty wild. So get you guys out of the laser's line of sight because it does bounce off your shield and cause issues. Where are you hauling this Militor to? I guess we have stockpiles set up for dead mechanoids. If we take a look at like the number of dead mechanoids on this map, it is kind of insane. So if we just grab like centipede blasters, there's 140 dead ones on the map right now. Well, we've made all the helms that we can make, so take an inventory of those. We'll see who we want to end up assigning those to. I like that they're all one color. I'm like, there's a little detailing on there. I want to see if they're paintable. We might give them to our brawlers, or we might give them to like our crew that's been wearing the visage masks, if we can like paint them gold. We are all done with the crafting situation, so we're hauling our gold components, plasteel, back to the ships. We have a raid arriving in 13 hours. I would like for us to... I wanted to see what the raid was going to look like. We still might, depending on how long it takes us to get all this stuff in the ship. Oh, this is a smaller one. That's not too bad. I think the ship can handle that, especially if it comes from this angle. We have some extra guns. But Focus is now also pregnant. Focus, I don't know where your bed is. You're pretty important. Let's stick you up here, and then who will on the ship with you? We'll go ahead and do you guys up with a nursery as well. Okay, we are done hauling the things. We are getting people sorted onto their ships, and then we will be taking off. You're ready to go, so why don't we go ahead and have you head over, yes, closer and closer. What is this? Ancient chem fuel refinery. Why not? We'll loot some chem fuel on our way. Let's get you guys off the ship. Just the crew of the Solaire and the mechanoids. And Zoe will begin. Okay. Ragnaruf decided to try and get into a fight with some mechs. Doesn't have any shields, doesn't have a weapon. Took some damage, so we'll have to throw in our biosculptor pod. We'll also have to like recruiter and all that fun stuff. How many components? Why don't you pick up all those components and then get back in the ship? We do have mechs coming in. They're heading for the Athenax, which is fine. Should be able to hold out until we're able to get it launched. I have requested that everyone get inside ships, so we'll see how that goes. You guys launch. And then we'll get the Athenax to follow. We were able to make 11, I think, Crypto Forge helms. Not all of them of the best quality. So we'll kind of like take the Masterworks and above, and we'll get those distributed to our colonists. I guess we'll take a look at like the good and excellent ones to see if they're any better than what we currently have. And we'll utilize those if we can. The ship is doing pretty well, just defending itself. Have you guys are almost, we'll land the Athenax in the same location, but I think mission accomplished today. These little ships do a pretty bang up job. They produce enough power, I think, for us to throw one more gun on them. We can probably reconfigure them to get a little bit more juice going out of these ships. And I wouldn't wouldn't complain about installing like, 3 or 4 more guns on each of these. But that's going to be it for today. We have successfully completed our Crypto Forge mission. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.